Ice sculptures are making a big splash on the special event scene these days. And that's before they melt. Mass production of ice sculptures is now possible because the ice business is mechanising and carving out a bigger market. Cool stuff. Now this is how to make an entrance. It's a curtain of ice. Beads of ice are strung on plastic-coated aircraft cable. As it melts, it creates a waterfall effect. It's guaranteed to make an impression, but just how do they get this ice to be crystal clear? To get ice this clear, a plastic liner is tucked into a big tank. Filtered water is piped into it. Then a worker places a measuring bar with a dipstick across the tank. The dipstick is set at 10 inches, the required thickness of the ice. Electric submersible pumps are clamped on each end of the tank and positioned underwater at a 45-degree angle. These pumps are key. They keep the water moving, forcing bubbles and impurities to the top, while the clear water below freezes. The lid is shut to allow the water to freeze. 3 days later, the ice is probed under the watery surface with a pick. The ice needs to be level, so the entire surface is checked with a measuring bar. Next, the excess water is siphoned off with a wet vacuum. Then, the 300-pound block of ice is lifted using a chain hoist. The ice is inspected. It must be absolutely perfect. No clouds, cracks, or impurities. Because water expands when it freezes, the block is a bit too thick. So the excess is sliced off with an electric bandsaw. The steel blade cuts cleanly and evenly. The extra pieces are slid into a heated pit where they'll melt and be recycled back into the system. Before the ice sculpture is carved, it's designed on paper. This artist is sketching a liquor luge, 2 bottles of vodka made of ice through which drinks will flow. Now it's time to cut the ice. The blocks turn on a special lathe. An electric router is propelled across the spinning block. Its sharp edges cut into the ice. A guide wheel above the router follows a plastic outline of a bottle, so it cuts precisely to the design. All this is done in the freezer. The temperature in here is a nippy -8 degrees Celsius. Now the vodka bottle is starting to take shape. It takes about 4 minutes for this machine to carve it out. This task couldn't be performed as quickly or precisely by hand. Then it's time for the blowtorch. It melts the frost so the ice has the appearance of glass, through which you can clearly see the label and plastic tubing that have been frozen inside. Now we have the luge. Vodka, served chilled. The barman pours the drink through a funnel at the top and the drink chills all the way down to the glass. Even James Bond would be impressed. If a fish fountain is more your style, this is how it's done. The old-fashioned way. The sculptor, armed with a chainsaw, shapes the ice, following a cardboard template. The ice is smoothed with a disc grinder. Then detail is cut by using a die grinder with a triangular bit. The blowtorch gives the ice a polish. Now that's an ice piece of art.